Check.
Hi, baby.
Hello, baby. Are you ready for? You look like you're all wintry.
I know. We got the big girl glass today, y'all.
Big girl.
Well, I've never drank out of these. These are like for you and your friends. I always get other things. Oh, nice.
Me and Karen's.
All right. So you told me I could pick out two bourbons that I wanted to try because I'm not a bourbon connoisseur. I like vodka, but I'm sitting there thinking that
And mixed drinks.
yeah, I do like mixed drinks, thank you. I'm sitting there thinking that there are a lot of people out there who enjoy bourbons. So there must be something to this. I mean, people aren't just going to buy bourbon and drink it just for the heck of it, just like women aren't going to buy Louis Vuittons just for the heck of it. I mean, there's a reason behind it. Right, baby?
There is.
So he let me go into his cabinet, and I have picked out two that I'd like to try to get started because I'm a beginner. You're more of a beginner intermediate.
I'm still beginner as well. I'm still learning a lot.
But two that he really enjoys, and he's going to help walk me through them. And I'm going to give you an honest opinion from a person who, from what I know, I don't like bourbon, but I'm trying to see if I've just missed the mark because I didn't know what I was doing.
It's an acquired taste, kind of like beer. You have to train your palate and what you enjoy, and you'll pick up on different tastes, and you'll remember, hey, I really like that one, or no, I'm not too crazy about that one.
Sure, but back in the college days, it was just stick a hole in it and
shoot it or shotgun it.
Yeah. Okay, so the first one I chose from your cabinet, I hope you're not too upset, but
not at all,
is the Jefferson's Ocean. And I guess y'all can tell there's not much left because he really enjoys this. Jefferson Ocean, it says it's aged at sea. What does that mean?
They put it in the charred barrels, oak barrels, load it on a ship and haul it around the world on a boat. And the sloshing back and forth helps get the spirit, I guess you would say, into the wood and out of the wood. It moves the liquid inside the barrels around, and it ages it, supposedly ages it a lot quicker than letting it just sit on a shelf somewhere in a warehouse.
Okay. So would you say this is one of your favorites?
I enjoy it.
Okay.
A lot of people say they're not crazy about it. They say it tastes salty. I don't taste the salt in it. I really enjoy it.
Okay.
And this is just the regular Jefferson's Ocean. There's several different brands or different versions of Jefferson's, but this just happens to be the one that I enjoy. And I got the new
Singapore.
It's the Tropics edition, and haven't cracked it open yet. Everybody says it's really good, but we'll open it up pretty soon. And
don't pour me a lot, baby.
I didn't. That's for you.
Okay.
I know what it tastes like. So.
Oh, okay. All right. So he asked for me before I did this. He asked if I would do a little bit of studying. So I just didn't come in here because obviously this is something that he enjoys and he wants me to enjoy it with him.
Yeah, as long as...
but it can get quite expensive. So he was asking if you were going to be serious, Missy, do a little studying. So the first thing I'm supposed to notice is the color. Mm-hmm. And so some of it's darker than others. So what would cause the darkness?
Mostly it's because how long it's aged. They put it in the barrels, they're charred inside, like burned inside the barrels. They put it inside of there, and it just, like I said, the fluid, the whiskey goes in and out of the barrel, out of the wood, and it actually ages it and changes the color and the different note. You'll pick up on different notes when you do the sniff test.
Okay.
But that's really where you get the color from, is how long it's been aged.
All right. And then you said I need to see if I can see the legs when I swirl it.
Mm-hmm. Now hold it up in the light and you'll see how it,
okay.
See the little lines.
All right. So that one's sticking mostly to the glass with just a small amount of lines coming down. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Those are the fatty acids and stuff inside the whiskey that actually give it its flavor.
Okay. So that's caused from the manufacturer putting ingredients into the whiskey mostly.
As well as it's still also caused by the aging in the barrel. There's nutrients in the barrel that it pulls out the oils and stuff out of the barrel.
All right. So next is a sniff.
Mm-hmm.
And you said mouth
open
and go from side to side.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it doesn't have to be like complicated. You can just sniff it I'm still not enough to know what I'm smelling.
Oh,
Just hold it there for a second and see what you're smelling. Open your mouth.
I smell like spices and almost like a honey to me.
And it's different for every person. What they smell is different.
Okay.
And it smells different when your mouth closed versus having your
It
mouth
did.
open.
I can almost kind of taste it with my mouth open.
Because it pulls it over your taste buds.
Oh, maybe some vanilla?
Okay. So what have you smelled so far? Vanilla?
Honey, vanilla, and
You don't smell salt water, do you?
no,
Because it's aged over the ocean.
definitely some spices.
Okay.
Oh man, it smells delicious when you take the time to actually smell it prior to.
It's kind of like a wine. You have to do the same with wine, and even letting it breathe like you're doing now opens up those flavors and even the odors or the smells that you're going to smell.
Okay, and now I take a sip. Cheers, y'all.
That's our guard dog, Gabriel.
He heard a car drive by. Lord forbid a car drive by in our neighborhood. Gabriel, sweetheart, darling. All right, so now I'm going to take a sip.
And it's probably going to burn a little bit. You're not used to the proofs, but you got to, I don't know.
It burns.
Yeah.
Going down on the back of my palate, it burned. But the front was so spicy. It was so delicious.
Okay, what do you mean spicy? Not like hot spicy.
No.
Or heat spicy.
Can I do another?
Yeah. That's for you. Get you a little more this time and kind of roll it around your mouth.
A lot of burn to it. For me.
This is not a high proof either. Once we get into some of the higher proofs, you're really going to feel burn.
Oh, that's delicious. That's the first time I can ever say I've ever tasted a bourbon and the words delicious have come out of my mouth.
I really latched on to this Jefferson's Ocean when I tried it. I know some people say it's a fad. Some people don't like the concept of it, but to me, it makes sense. I watched Moonshiners many seasons ago when Mark and Digger they've actually put moonshine in containers and took it to I think it was Ghost Town up near Maggie Valley. Put it on this carnival ride, and just the wind moving the moonshine back and forth actually aged the liquor or the whiskey. And they did a similar type thing, just using a carnival ride here at Maggie Valley, Ghost Town, Maggie Valley, North Carolina. It's kind of the same concept, I guess you would say.
Now, the finish of that was delicious. It just now, through all of your explanation of what you were talking about, it just now left my palate.
Yeah, and that's what you want.
I mean, I can't put my finger on it because I don't have an educated palate for spices. I wish I did, but maybe I will as I go along. But it's, oh my.
Is it like a clove, like a cinnamon, cardamom? What do you?
Yeah, it's like a cardamom. There's like a cinnamon, but there's this.
It's hard to put your taste in, and again, each part is different.
Amazing sweetness to it that sits on my palate, that finishes on my palate. So the burn comes and then the burn goes, but what sits on my palate is not the burn. What's sitting on my palate is this amazing. It's not sweet. Oh, it tastes amazing. I don't know what that. Tell me from a little bit more knowledgeable. Not a little bit more. A lot more knowledgeable.
I love this one. Really get that spice. It's like a punch.
It's delicious.
Caramel. I taste caramel.
Okay. Maybe that's what the sweetness is that I'm getting is the caramel. I was thinking honey, but I was like, wait a minute, why am I tasting honey?
Little honey flavor as well, but I taste caramel.
Okay. That's delicious. Did you get a burn?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's normal.
That's normal.
Okay. I thought maybe
and again, the higher the proof, the more burn you're going to get, but you just got to really hold on and work through the burn. It doesn't last long, and it's not like it's pain or anything like that.
No, not at all.
But once the burn goes away, you really start getting those flavors on the back end, and to me, that's what makes it enjoyable.
Wow. I'm telling you, that finish on my palate, I'm still tasting it, is so good. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's enough of a finish from someone who is a real newbie at this. It's enough of a finish to make me want to go back and pick up and do again. And
I would say this one's more of a mild to moderate finish. When you're going to see with like the Elijah Craig, this one's got a little more distinct finish. I think you'll get a little more flavor out of, but it's to each their own.
Y'all, yes, absolutely, 100%. when I just smacked my lips trying to do the, I don't know what that's called.
I forgot what he called it. Kentucky something
Yeah,
tasting.
that is delicious. When I pushed it up to my the roof of my mouth, definitely.
Toffee, maybe a toffee flavor?
Yes, yes. It's so good. Absolutely. I would definitely do that one again.
Okay.
Okay. The next one I chose is the Elijah Craig.
Which one?
Oh, the small batch.
Mm-hmm. That means it's not like a very, very frequent or a big pour. They use smaller quantities, smaller amounts of barrels, and it can be anywhere from 2 to 5 barrels up to probably 300 or 400 barrels, depending on the distillery, depending on how much barrelage they have in stock and how much they want to use.
No wonder your eyebrows went up a little bit when I pulled this one down.
That's not an overly expensive bottle.
Okay.
But the small batch, you're going to get, to me, the small batch, you're going to get more flavor and more, how do I explain it, more different notes.
Okay.
You're going to taste different stuff.
All right. Now, is it okay to go from bourbon to bourbon and not have to rinse your mouth? You don't have to clean your palate, correct?
They recommend you do, especially like taste testers. But
okay.
If you want to.
Well, I'm not that level yet.
Madison, you'll give her just a little swig of water. Get that little cup. Well, that'll work. A lot of dead air space here.
Palate clean.
There you go.
All right. So first of all, I'm going to see if I can tell a difference. Oh, very similar, aren't they?
Yeah, this one's a little bit darker. Mm-hmm. Probably aged, depending on how long they age it, it's probably aged a little bit longer. But again, the working back and forth when it's in the barrel, sloshing back and forth across the ocean it moves the whiskey in and out of the wood.
No, legs are completely different. Mm-hmm. This one's long and stringy, and these are more together little sections.
Yeah, it's whole thing's running down.
Mm-hmm. All right. And this is a popular.
Mm-hmm. Elijah Craig's. It's good.
Higher proof?
I forgot what the proof of this one is. 94 proof? I don't even remember what the Jefferson's is.
I'm getting like a floral aroma on this one.
Tear it up.
He's getting it. Sorry, y'all. I have to close my eyes so I can concentrate because I don't know.
And most people do.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
You're fine.
It sounded horrible. Oh, yeah. Okay. Fruit. Almost like a strawberry to me.
Okay. And again, each person's going to be different. Your palate's different from mine.
Okay. Why have I never done this before? Why have I never taken the time to do it right?
Most people just pour it and chug it. Roll it around your mouth. A little more burn. Huh? Just let it sit for a minute.
And what causes the burn?
It's just to prove the content of the alcohol inside each.
More burn, but more taste. More intense flavors.
Yeah, and you're going to see that. The higher the proof you get, to me, the higher the proof, the more distinct. I mean, it's like, bam, you can better identify each flavor, I think. When you get more of a mellow to a mild, it's more smooth and, I don't know, I don't want to say watered down because it's not watered down. It's just more smooth on the lower end of the proof, where the higher proofs, you get more of a burn, but the flavors to me seem to be more distinct.
And it's like that because some who might not want to have the burn are going to go on the lower proof, but I still got a lot of flavor out of that one. Not as much as I get out of this, definitely not, but this is still, my lips were a little numb. So maybe some cinnamon in there.
Nutmeg, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Well, the cinnamon, you think, because when you take it like a bite and like, if you
Oh, yeah, dry cinnamon. I remember a big story back years ago at the park. We had a guy, we did a cinnamon challenge. You bet him $20 to eat a teaspoon of cinnamon and be able to swallow. Nobody could do it that I know of. It's like smoke coming out of his mouth. But we didn't do any kind of hazing or anything like that. It was just all in fun. Got something stuck there.
Wow.
This one smells a lot more caramel to me.
I don't know enough to say what the flavors are that I'm tasting so I'm not just saying I'm tasting,
I get a
ribeye steak when definitely they're not in there.
Oaky. I get oaky and nutty smell.
Yes.
And you will. The longer they're aged, to me, you taste more of the char. But to me, I really like the char.
Very good. So many flavors, complex.
And they're all different. You may get one bottle of this year 2 years from now, you'll get one that's going to taste totally different.
Right.
I try to keep them similar, but there's still going to be little changes.
Every barrel is a new char. It has to be a new charred barrel, correct?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can't use an old charred barrel.
Right.
Okay.
Like wine, you can't use old wine husk.
Don't pour new wine into an old.
And I've always been told that each barrel has its own signature. That's why stores do store picks or barrel picks. They'll pick out one specific barrel. They go to the distiller, they pick out one specific barrel that they like the taste of, and that'll become their store pick. And that's what they get every bottle that's in that barrel, and they sell it because they like that flavor, that distinctness of that one barrel. And like I said, each barrel is different.
This definitely has how do you find out what they don't tell you, because that's their like secret ingredient in it, what they mix it with?
They'll usually show you the percentages. And again, being a bourbon, it has to be 51% corn at least. They'll put barley in it. Sometimes they got rye whiskeys. They'll put rye in it. Wheated whiskeys are really good. I like wheated whiskeys. I really like, me and my daughter Madison, we really like the rye as well. It's got more of a peppery.
And then y'all do a smoked on top of that.
On an old fashioned we do, and it's more of usually a lower, well, I'll say lower end. It's not lower end. We use Woodford. We use 1792. We use the Elijah Craig. We've used Jefferson's. We use about anything. So, and we smoke it. Haven't gotten into smoking a specific neat, because I just like to drink it like that. But once we get in, we'll get to drinking sometimes, and we'll mix up a old fashioned and smoke those. Those are really good.
So just now, is it finishing? Is it leaving? The inside of my mouth, especially right here in my cheeks, is a little numb. Not numb like.
I've been to the dentist.
But I mean, it's like a little
tingly.
So this is stronger. So this is delicious. And more intense flavors, more complex flavoring in that. For me, as a newbie, for these two, it would be this one for me. Just because,
nothing wrong with that.
I feel like if I kept drinking this, which this would not happen, but if I kept drinking it, I would be like drooling and not knowing it.
You drink plenty of that, you'll be drooling and you really won't know it.
That's what you like, though, isn't it?
No, I don't like to get you that way. But it'll mess you up. The more
Why are you turning red, baby?
What? Yeah, you drink enough of any of them, they're going to make you dumb and drooly.
Yes, so I'm going to go back. I can really smell it now. Honey, caramel, definite caramel on this one. Oh, this is delicious. Yeah.
You're more of a Jefferson's right now, getting started, huh?
Yes, definitely. I did enjoy this one. I think I probably need to understand a little bit more about what's going on inside of bourbons, what it is with bourbons. I wouldn't turn that away. I just want to I want to feel a little bit more grounded on the distinct flavors and understand what it is, and not because I feel like at this point, this one would just be almost like a waste on me, because I can't identify everything, because I think it's just a step up from more of a beginner palate. I think this one is a step up to a little bit, hey, I know a little bit more about what I'm doing here. And this is, hey, let me introduce you to a really good bourbon.
And that's where you're going to see the step up, is like small batches, store picks, just specifics. Each bottle's something totally different. You may get this one today, and you go buy one from a different store 3 miles away, and it's going to taste different than this bottle. So it's depends on the batch that it comes from, depends on the barrel that it comes from, and the mix, how they mix them up when they run a batch. So it's kind of, it's all whatever tastes good to you, and that's what you got to shoot for.
Well, thank you, baby. Thank you for sharing with me. I am happily surprised that I did find one in this new venture for me that I do enjoy, that I would like to sit down with you, and, if you say, hey, you want to have a drink with me, a bourbon, and I'll be like, oh, absolutely. Jefferson's Oceans, please.
And I still don't mind making your vodka drinks for you.
Oh,
But
thank you very much.
I almost say that one's like
Okay.
60 to 80 probably a bottle as well.
Some from a beginner's perspective, and you're just getting started. Maybe you don't want to go spend a whole lot of money, and we can just kind of give a taste test. And from someone who knows a lot more than I do, and give you my honest opinion, and he'll give you his honest opinion. But yeah, thank y'all for joining us. And
that's all. These are opinions. These are our opinions, what we think about these. And also, always taste them yourself. And you don't have to go out and get a $80 bottle. You can start cheaper. Some bottles are $20 a bottle for bourbons. So,
and what we like to do is we like to go to some of our local bars and just have a sit. There's a really good one that we love, Bourbon Brothers, here in Gainesville, Georgia, that we go to. And he'll try a bunch. He has some friends that he goes with. I get to go, but they like to taste different bourbons, and that way they know, hey, I want to grab a bottle of that next time I'm out.
mm-hmm. They've got pours from $8 a glass for neat up to $70, $80, probably $300 or $400 for some pours.
Yeah, there were some pours on there that was expensive, but you know, what is it? It's life, and it's meant to be enjoyed.
We enjoy it, don't we?
We do, and we enjoy y'all. Thank y'all so much.
Thank you very much.
Remember, life is a gift.
Enjoy it with friends, family, and loved ones, and be a blessing to others.